This is the Franklin Township Public Library Board of Trustees meeting. It's Wednesday, November 20th, 2019. I will call the call to order. We will start with the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag, just right behind you there. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay. This meeting is being held in accordance with the Open Public Meetings Act, 1975, also known as the Sunshine Law. The schedule and notification of this meeting have been provided to the Courier News, the Home News Tribune, and the Franklin Township Clerk. Copies have been posted in the library's vestibule and are also available at the reference desk. I will call the roll. Agnes Kulabanya, not here. Iris Kislin. Here. Tom Lennon, not here. Nicholas Champa, here. Ed Ward, is not here. Kevin McNeil,
here.
NBC,
Here.
And Mayor Kramer is not here. Also with us is our director, January Adams. Okay. I would like to open this part of the meeting to any public comment.
Yes, I'm a Franklin Township resident. My name is Fern Harris. I live on the farther side of Franklin Township. Can you speak a little louder, please? I'll try. I live on the farther side of Franklin Township, close to the borderline between South Brunswick and Route 27. I'm happy to say that I frequent the Township Library, which is located in Town Center in Franklin Park, on a regular basis. It's a very nice facility. The staff is friendly. Anytime you need help, they're there to lend you a hand. But I'm here to say that that's good. That's all good news, good things. But unfortunately, I'm here to just share with the Board of Trustees an incident that transpired at Franklin Township branch, which impeded upon the public safety of all of the attendees that were there that evening. It happened about 2 or 3.5 weeks ago, and it was pretty much between the hours of 4 and 5 p.m. right before closing. There were approximately 3 staff members there, and there were approximately 8 to 10 attendees, and I was one of them.
Wow.
But, excuse me, sorry. And I was one of them, and I was sitting there doing some work towards the back rear of the facility, and it's sort of small, and it was adjacent, not too far from the bathroom. What then transpired was unbelievable. All of a sudden, there was this loud decibel alarm that went off in the facility for more than about a minute or more. It was harrowing. It was unbelievable. It frightened me, and I can't say for others, but we all sat there looking at as if to say, what is going on? The staff at the desk didn't say anything. I tried to gather my things, but I couldn't. I had a computer with me because my goal was to just get out of there. But it stopped somewhere after 1.5 to 2 minutes. And no one said a word. No one said a word about what transpired there. The next day, I called the library because it was a concern. It's a public safety concern. I don't know what kind of damage could be to my ears and the ears of others, and what actually happened. I didn't know what had transpired. So I called the main branch here, and the person that received me, I don't want to give the person's name, sort of didn't know who to send my concern to. She said, I said, well, I'll get back to you, you let me know, and I did. the next day I called back and she said, well, I directed it to the business office. I said, the business office, okay, can I have that number? And I left a message at the business office saying, please get in contact with me. It's a very important concern that I want to address with you. No one did. No one got back to me. I then decided, I said, well, let me find out, because I looked on the public website and I was looking for something that said, if you have any concerns or any inquiries, this is the person you need to contact. And I couldn't find it. So then what I did, I decided that I would reach out to the Miss Adams. I left her a message, didn't hear back from her, but I did call the next day and she got back in contact with me.
Okay, we will give you 5 minutes. You've had about 3 or 4.
Okay.
Okay.
She, I explained to her what had transpired and her response to me was, well, did you leave? I didn't know what to do at that time. No one gave me any directions as to what to do.
Okay.
And my concern was, now what? In the meantime, I said, well, I don't still have any answers as to what's going to be done about this. So we go back to the Township Center, and they gave me the name of the manager who manages, I guess, the leasing of that site. I called this gentleman. He was very nice. I explained to him what transpired, and he was disappointed. He said to me that there is a schedule of what supposedly had happened was someone came in from his management to test the sprinkler system, but instead what they did was they tripped the fire alarm. He said there is a schedule that Franklin Township should be, the library should be aware of, and that my response to Ms. Adams was that if there's some kind of communication going on, just like in a school, if you're getting ready to test something, tell the attendees that are within that building, we're about to perform a test. Please leave.
Was it a test? Was it a test?
They came in to do a test.
You said it tripped and fell.
They came in to do a test of the water sprinkler system.
So then,
Tripped the fire alarm.
but they tripped the fire alarm.
It's not on
So
purpose.
it wasn't a schedule.
I just thought I was going to just talk.
Okay.
I think I
Too long.
question.
You have, we'll give you another couple of minutes.
Okay.
Well over time, as Adam would have said.
I don't want you to blame me for what happened in that facility. I just want to say this, I hope that in the future, if there's any kind of scheduling for any type of test, that the attendees should know about it, because from what I understand, people that work at the branch, it's not the first time that it's happened. It's not the first time that
Not the
that
first time that
loud,
the
loud
alarm-
decibel went off. And I just want to share that with you because it is a public safety concern.
Well, Ms. Harris, we're happy that you're happy, generally happy with the branch. That makes us feel good. And of course, whenever there's something that doesn't make you feel good, it is of concern to us. And your idea that we try to keep up with whatever is scheduled and let the people know, I think that's perfectly reasonable, and we will attempt to do that. I might also mention that that branch is rented, and we don't have a lot of control over what goes on there. Our future goal is to have a new branch that's larger and owned by us and controlled by us, and I think that will make things even better for you and your neighbors.
Thank you. I thank you for listening.
Okay, thank you.
Because I just wanted to be heard.
Okay, thank you.
And I really appreciate coming here and expressing that concern about safety.
Again, we're happy to see you.
Thank you for your concern.
Question, please. Didn't the fire department show up?
No,
They should show up after 3 minutes.
no.
I work at the hotel, same system.
Well,
Alarm.
that's another concern.
That's usually they should call the fire department.
Well,
They come automatically. I've been
it
working
was,
for 12 years.
it was an accident?
Doesn't
I was
matter.
that concerned that it was an accident?
If the alarm goes off,
That's
the
the
fire department comes. And the
But
cops
not
come.
the first time.
2 people come.
Unless,
Cops and
unless the workers had put it on test, in which case,
you can't
that
control that. The
tells the
fire
fire
department, you
alarm
have to call
company
the fire
not to
department and let
respond.
them know.
Hmm?
You have to call the fire department and
Ahead
let
of
them know.
time and let them know.
Yeah, I didn't know. It tripped.
Okay,
It triggered up. It triggered
Okay.
up me. That's what I'm saying.
Thank you all.
I was 12 years old now, I know. My job.
Okay, have a good night, everybody.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Likewise.
Happy holiday.
Thank you.
Is there any other public comment? Seeing none, I'll close. I close the public portion of the meeting and go on to discussion and approval of the minutes of the prior meeting. Everybody has gotten them, and I hope you've all read them. Is there any comment on the minutes? Is there a motion to accept the minutes as presented?
Motion.
Kevin and Ed. Thank you. All those in favor? Aye. Unanimous. Okay. Directors' reports. January, would you like to talk to us about the operations and then the finance, whatever you want to do first?
Let's do the finance
Finance,
first.
okay.
There's nothing really, everything looks like it's pretty much on schedule. We should be hitting around
33%, and you're right
There it
on
is.
with the total.
There
so,
it is,
yeah.
I'll tell you.
Yeah.
I think you're faking it. How can you come out that close?
That's good.
You're that good.
Although I missed on the branch.
Well, you know,
No, I missed on the all branches. I got it on the
total is
Franklin Park. Franklin Park is much easier to anticipate.
okay. I see no red flags on the green reports, so. Would you like to discuss your operation?
Certainly. Well, for the second year in a row, we've been named by the Courier News one of the best public libraries.
Very nice.
Congratulations.
You get a banner?
Good
What?
goal.
You get a banner
We get
or
a
something?
decal for the
Yeah.
door, and then
Okay,
we get a
good.
plaque that we're gonna.
Nice.
We ordered a frame. We're gonna hang it up.
Cool.
Champagne?
So,
I should know.
Yeah.
so we're very pleased about that.
Yeah.
And we had 1,951 people at 107 programs. And the biggest program we had was the Diwali Festival. And I do want to say that it was a very nice event, and the staff members worked very hard to do this. And several of them brought in their own personal decorations, and they made arrangements with local restaurants, and they did a great job. So I think they should be commended. And I wanted to get that into the minutes. Let's see, and the other things are so much. I'll just tell you about, sometimes I like to tell you about behind the scenes things that let you know a little bit about how the library operates. And this one is from Technical Services, and this is Baker & Taylor, our main supplier of books. And as you may or may not know, they moved out of Bridgewater. Now I think they're just in Georgia and someplace out west. And after they moved, all hell broke loose. And all of our shipments were screwed up. But now it seems to have settled down, because we complained mightily. So it's settled down. And that's all I have to say about this.
Did they get, because I was reading that, and you said that the books were coming in with the covers not on right, and a couple of people were injured.
Yeah, paper cuts, yeah.
Yeah, not paper cuts. Did they say what? Did they say why it was?
They said it was a new staff and something about the shifts. Just getting used to it. I think it was a lot of new workers, and they didn't really know what they were doing.
And they had charged us for some
Yes, but
services, but that was
all straightened out. All straightened out, and they redid the books they messed up.
Oh, that's
And they said, and now they're on 100% audit.
Yeah.
So they're checking and
Yeah.
making sure. But we're still, at some point, what was, the library was you guys were checking 100%?
Yeah, but the staff came up with a system where any book that came in that was wrong, they stick a flag in it. So that way, when they called up Baker and Taylor to complain, they could say what titles, what
Okay.
books, and we knew how many. But the flags have almost disappeared.
Okay,
So if this keeps up, like I said,
it'll be,
we'll stop being, everything will seem to be okay.
okay.
I have a question. I don't know, I can't get an idea of the scale. How many books a month do you typically buy?
About 600.
600 books per month.
That's a lot of books.
This
Yeah.
is a large-scale operation.
Yeah.
And how many of them are nonfiction?
I don't know.
A large
I don't
percentage?
know.
or-
I think most of them are fiction. Most of them are fiction. A lot of them
Yeah.
are children's books.
Okay.
So nonfiction.
Fiction and,
yeah.
fiction and children's books?
Yeah.
Okay. That's what I meant to ask,
Because
how many are
fiction,
fiction?
fiction generates multiple copies too. Like you don't have so much nonfiction with multiple copies.
Right, yeah.
Like the Michelle Obama book would be an example, a rare example where we buy more than one copy, but it's usually fiction with
Yeah,
the well-known authors that we buy like 4 or 5 copies.
right, okay. And after a year, how many of those copies would you retain?
After a year,
Say Baldacci or one of those Patterson.
it depends on how they're going out. If they're
Yeah.
still going out, we would keep them, but then we do start to cut it back down.
Yeah, okay. Otherwise, the building's gonna
Yeah.
explode.
We would explode,
Yeah.
yes.
weed them out.
Yeah,
We don't- yes.
I buy them and take them home.
Yes, he's one of our
You buy-
biggest customers.
Yeah,
Do you? Okay.
it's a good idea.
Okay, thank you very much, January. Okay, presidents, there is no president's report at this time. Correspondence and communications. Any? Okay. Go on to old business. Does anyone have any old business to bring back?
Um,
Kevin?
The last meeting, we were talking about, what was going on as far as with the building and the planning of that. Is there any more?
I would like to hold that for executive session,
Okay.
although I will say that the Lewis Street Youth Center is under construction.
Yeah.
That's being done by the township.
Wow.
And here's a
Yeah, I saw a
picture.
picture.
I think you saw it.
we
Yeah,
saw it.
okay,
Yeah.
and so they have been pouring concrete with
Yeah.
this big machine that pumps it out of the truck. And
Yeah.
so I would say they have a good effort there. Whether they'll get it done by September, I don't know.
Okay.
On to new business then. The one item that I see here is the schedule for next year. You've received a blue copy of the schedule. Are there any comments on it?
Yeah. I think we should change the last meeting from
23.
the 23rd
Yeah.
to the week before, just like we
Christmas.
did this year, because a lot of people start their vacations
Correct.
earlier.
What's 7 from 23?
Wednesday, 23rd of December.
Oh, the 23rd.
No, I know, but what's the date of the week before?
16.
The 16th?
Okay.
You want that? You want to change it to the 16th?
Sure,
I think so. We did that this year too.
sure.
Hanukkah is the 11th to the 18th, so it would fall right in the middle of Hanukkah,
That's
which...
fine.
Yeah,
End of
that's
Hanukkah.
fine.
It's fine.
Any comment on, okay, November is fine, Thanksgiving's the 26th, and our meeting's the 18th, so there's no problem there.
Right.
September clears all of the traditional Jewish holidays, and
It's good.
anyone opposed to changing to December 16th?
No.
Okay, will someone like to make a motion to
I
approve
so moved.
I second.
Iris and NBC? Those in favor?
Aye.
All right.
Aye. Seems to be unanimous. Um, Okay.
Okay.
Is there any other new business?
It's not business, but this is where I live, this is our newsletter, which comes out once a month.
Looks just like ours.
And it's it's the same publisher probably.
Yeah.
And we have a double page of all the programs
Township library.
of the library, so I thought that was
Oh,
Oh, nice.
very
cool.
nice.
Double
Yeah.
page. Nice.
Well, it depends on how, how it fits, but every month it lists the library.
what's the name of that?
The extra.
The extra?
Somerset Run Extra.
Somerset Run.
People who really want to be in Canal Walk. Thank you, Iris.
We always said we're younger because we can run, you can walk.
Hey, that's pretty
That's a
good.
good one.
Thank you.
Start walking.
Okay. Is there any other new business? I'd like to entertain a motion to go into executive session for the purpose of property negotiation.
So move.
Second.
Those in favor?
Aye.
We will go into executive session.
Camera.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Can I excuse myself?
What?
Do you need me?
Yes.
Okay.
Do we need a motion again?
We need a motion to come out of
Yes.
executive
I so moved.
session. Second, those in favor of the motion to come out of executive session, say aye.
Aye.
That's unanimous. Now, I would entertain a motion to authorize January to hire an engineer to look into some land acquisition.
For a retention basin? No. Okay.
In general.
Go ahead.
Okay, I make the motions for January to
I can second that too.
Mhm.
engineer.
Okay. And NBC seconded it.
Right. And what's,
Engineer.
I'm hiring an engineer
Yeah.
to do what?
Look into land acquisition.
For the Franklin Park.
Land
3
acquisition.
dots.
Okay.
Okay, those in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed?
You can go.
It's unanimous.
You can go.
I can go. Thank you.
All right, we needed that vote. Take care, man.
You are.
Yeah, I hope
good.
you feel better.
Yes.
Have a nice-
Well, I'm getting better, but
Try your
it takes
best,
time.
my friend.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thanks. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
I'd like to open the meeting to second session of public comment, if there is any.
No comment.
Seeing no comment, I'd like to close the meeting. And to confirm our next meeting date, it will be December 11th, 2019.
Okay.
Is there a motion to adjourn?
So
So
move.
moved.
I think Iris
Madam
won that
Iris.
one, and Kevin won it. We are adjourned.
It's a race.
And it is
6:14. Well, that's...
6:16.
Is our clock wrong? You see it out there on the
It
wall?
says 6:16. It's 1 minute.
It just,
Yeah,
well,
come on,
I like to be accurate.
Mike says
6:16.
6:16.
I got 6:16
Who
confirmed. with
cares? Okay. We're adjourned.
Dirty. I think I need a battery.
If I don't see you all, have a blessed